G'day, I'm Bill McDonald. Welcome to Tangalooma Island Resort, one of the most beautiful places in the world. You're going to have a great time here. There is so much to see and do, so let's get into it. Tangalooma Island Resort is located on Moreton Island, which is the third largest sand island in the world. This is a very special place, with 98% of the island a national park, and the entire bay surrounding it is classified as a marine park. That means all the plants and animals that you come across throughout your stay are protected by law. As the island's only resort, the staff here take pride in keeping this beautiful place in pristine condition, so we have this paradise for many more years to come. With over 80 activities on the island and 40 of those free, there is something for everyone. For the adrenaline junkies, for the adventurers, for those that prefer things at a slower pace. And let's not forget the real stars of the show, Tangalooma wild dolphins. Every evening as the sun goes down, a family of bottlenose dolphins come into the shallow waters around the jetty to meet and greet you. Not only do you get the rare opportunity to be within centimetres of these wild dolphins, you also get the thrill of hand feeding them their favourite food, fish. Because these are wild dolphins, it's important that you don't try to touch them during the feeding program. These are such wonderful creatures, so keeping them healthy and happy is a priority to the team. This is definitely one of the highlights. It's an amazing experience. Sue, how long have the dolphins been coming in here?
Well, the dolphins have been coming here since 1992, and how it all began with the owners of the resort, Brian and Betty Osborne, and they started feeding a dolphin called Beauty. And over the years, the dolphins' numbers have expanded, and also underneath the jetty is one of the main food sources of the dolphins, so the dolphins will always come here on sunset anyway.
So you have new members, it grows?
Yeah, definitely, when they have their young calves. So it just shows you how much trust the dolphins have in us to bring their young calves into the program. We make sure nobody harms or anything like that, but it's really great to see how the dolphins interact together. Also, we see many different hunting techniques that the dolphins display. These dolphins, they are wild dolphins, so these dolphins aren't trained in any way.
What about that trust? It's obviously a special bond. How do you nurture that?
Definitely. Just the way that we do run the program, we have very strict procedures that we do make sure everybody abides by, and also all the dolphin feeders, we all love the dolphins. And I'm sure they know that as well.
Got any favourites?
All of them.
What do you get when you mix the third largest sand island in the world with a quad bike? A seriously fun quad bike ride. If you've never ridden before, no problem. The Tangalooma guys will teach you all you need to know and get you cruising around the island in no time.
Okay guys, now that we've learned the bikes and the safety braking, are you ready to get rolling? Yeah! Alrighty guys, let's go.
And even the littlies can get involved with smaller quads suiting kids from 6 and up. The ATV Quad Bike Tour runs daily. All you need to do is book at the tours desk.
And if you're up for it, you can go sand tobogganing.
The hills are steep and fast. All you need to do is slap down the board and hang on.
It was extremely fun.
Oh my goodness, that was absolutely absolutely awesome. That was my second time. It's not any less scary the second time round, but you know what? I think I'm ready for a third.
If you've never been to the desert, you're surely going to be blown away when you join the Tangalooma Desert Safari, only a 15-minute bus ride from the resort. No one really knows how this desert came about. Legend has it, though, that a natural disaster like a fire or storm came through and wiped out all the vegetation, leaving behind only the sand. The Tangalooma Desert is a fascinating place. This particular spot is called Lightning Ridge. Mark, how did I get that name?
It got that name because of the minerals that are in the sand and the metals that are in the sand. There's quite a few of them, and when the lightning strikes out here, it fuses, the metals attract the lightning and it fuses the sands together to form glass, which is found in these pebbles right across this area.
So many different colours here. How many all up?
It's approximately 34 different colours. A lot of those colours are from the metals and the minerals in the sand, and the other colours you'll find here are from the rotting vegetation from all these shrubs that can't survive out here.
If you're visiting Tangalooma in the winter months, you're in for a treat. This is the time that the humpback whales are making their mammoth migratory journey from the icy waters of Antarctica all the way up to the subtropical waters of the Great Barrier Reef. And it is just our luck that around 16,000 of these ocean giants pass right through Moreton Bay. The beautiful thing about these creatures is that we don't have to enter into their world to grab a glimpse of them. They freely enter into ours. They're always ready to show off, jumping around in their giant ocean playground. And as it is their breeding season, you might even score the chance to spot a calf. Tangalooma has a long history with the humpback whales. From 1952 through to 1962, it operated as a whaling station. Through this time, it is thought that 6,277 whales were processed, which had a devastating effect on the east coast population of humpback whales, decreasing them to only around 500. But thankfully, in 1965, these gentle giants were placed on the protected species list, which has kept them around for all of us to enjoy. And the marine life doesn't stop there. You can also jump aboard the Marine Discovery Cruise and experience an encounter with some of the other majestic creatures we call Moreton Bay home. Where to start? There are over 600 dolphins, 700 dugongs, 2,000 loggerhead turtles, and over 10,000 green sea turtles that live right here in the bay. And having the chance to witness them in their own environment is a real buzz. Your tour will be guided by an experienced eco-marine ranger who will gladly answer any questions you may have about these animals. There are also thousands of fish species that live amongst the wrecks just off the shore of the island. The legendary Tangalooma wrecks. Brad, can you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Just behind us here. They were sunk anywhere from 1963 up until 1984. There are 15 shipwrecks in total, and they were conveniently placed in a line to provide us with safe shelter and a safe anchorage here at Tangalooma. There's over 200 different types of fish in around these wrecks, so anywhere from the exotic lionfish, butterfly fish, moon wrasse, absolutely beautiful with marine life such as turtles, dolphins, and the infamous dugong.
And why not take up one of the snorkel or dive tours and get extra close to them?
Wow, that was really fun and we got to see lots and lots of fish.
Oh, we saw 5 lobbygons and 2 stingrays.
Oh my goodness, there are seriously so many fish to see. I don't think that I could ever get sick of snorkeling out here. And there's not only like beautiful fish everywhere you look, but all the coral and the shipwrecks. You could be here for hours.
In order to keep the aquatic life thriving here, it's important we all do our bit. Moreton Bay is such an important environment for all the animals that live here, and it's sad to think that they can find themselves in trouble largely due to human activity. And I guess turtles are a perfect example of that.
Yep, that's perfectly right. Just today we had a little turtle that was brought in by a few people on a boat. They found her because she was floating at the surface of the water. She wasn't able to dive down anymore. So basically we think that's because she's been eating these plastic bags. So there's loads and loads of these floating around in our ocean. When they float in the water, they look very much like jellyfish. So turtles love to eat jellyfish, and they eat them all the time. So what that does, it actually traps air in the stomach of the turtle, and that causes it to float at the surface, and then she won't be able to dive down anymore, and she won't be able to feed herself, and basically she will end up starving to death.
Oh, painful. But it's not just the bag we're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's all sorts of rubbish. There's an estimated 8 billion items of rubbish that are dumped into our oceans every single day.
Wow.
So that's an awful lot of rubbish that makes an awful lot of marine life very sick. Then we've also got our fishing lines and fishing hooks. I just found this on the beach the other day.
Yep.
A lot of marine animals actually get tangled up in fishing lines and hooks. So our dolphins, we've had dolphins come in with these lines wrapped around their flippers. If nobody's there to take them off, these don't biodegrade, they don't break down, so they end up cutting straight through the tissue and can actually amputate a whole flipper or something like that, and they can kill the animals, definitely.
Gosh, well, what's the message here for us? How can we make sure that these animals can survive in this pristine environment?
Well, it's very simple, really. Everybody can just reduce the amount of rubbish they're producing. Reduce, reuse, recycle, basically. When you do go to the supermarket, just take your reusable textile bags instead of coming home with 30 of these plastic bags. And also, if you do like to fish, please do it responsibly and just put your discarded fishing lines and hooks in the bin and not in the ocean.
Many sea and shorebirds stop for a rest on Moreton Island during their migration. It's very important they rest and eat before their journey continues. Please enjoy them from a distance. If you do see an animal hurt or injured, please contact the Tangalooma Marine Education and Conservation Centre. Pods of dolphins come into the shoreline from time to time. To see them jumping and playing only a few metres away is such an awesome sight. However, it's extremely important that we don't try to swim, feed or touch them outside of registered programs. Because they are wild animals, there are certain rules and regulations that we have to abide by. Make sure you visit the Tangalooma Marine Education and Conservation Centre to learn more about Moreton Bay's marine and wildlife. If you want to make the most of the beautiful location, then get adventurous. Take a banana boat ride, set sail on a catamaran, paddle an outrigger with a group of friends, or have a go at stand-up paddleboarding. The guys at Tanga Tours and Tangalooma Watersports are ready to hook you up with a wide range of sports equipment. They can also book you in for a guided kayak tour or on the relaxing sunset cruise that will allow you to enjoy the picturesque sunset from different parts of the island. This gives a new meaning to sightseeing. 100 metres above the water, it really is quite peaceful and gives you the chance to take in the beautiful sea breeze while enjoying the view. For the more extreme, you also have the option of being dunked in the water.
Righto guys, we're about to take off here for a scenic of Tangalooma Island.
Another way to get some air is to take a scenic helicopter joy flight. This is a fantastic way to check out this impressive sand island at a bird's eye view. From the moment you take off to the moment you land, you'll be captivated by the surrounding view and discover the isolated treasures this island has to offer. While you're up there, be sure to keep your eyes peeled for dolphins, dugongs, turtles, and in the winter months, pods of humpback whales. You also have the opportunity to learn the ins and outs of what it takes to fly one of these with the helicopter workshop, which is great for the kids. Getting to the northern side of the island has never been easier. Just jump on one of the northern safari tours, which will take you on an adventure through the western beaches of the island. The safari will give you the chance to see the oldest lighthouse in Queensland and stop in at the Blue Lagoon on the eastern beaches. But if you'd prefer to take an adventure around the island at your own pace, there are four-wheel drives to hire. And I mentioned earlier that there are plenty of free activities around the resort to get involved in. Tennis, badminton, archery, beach volleyball, basketball, croquet, squash, tours, presentations, and so much more. And if you need a little downtime after all your adventuring, why not lie back and enjoy some pampering at the Tangalooma Massage and Beauty Clinic. All the staff are highly trained and provide a wide range of treatments that will leave you feeling completely relaxed and transformed. If you're visiting during the school holidays, there are always fantastic activities run for the kids. So make sure you head to Tanga Tours and the Marine Education Centre to find out. Remember, while you're enjoying this beautiful location, it's important to slip, slop, slap, especially when you're out in the sun. And at the end of the day, make sure you head into the photo shop to see the brilliant shots of you on a quad bike, tackling the steep slopes of the sand dunes and getting up close and personal with the dolphins. Or why not get a family portrait or group photo taken to remember your holiday? This place isn't only great for holidays, it has excellent facilities to hold your next event. From conferences to team building trips, Christmas parties, and even that special day. This island will bring any event alive. The events management team are very experienced and ready to help your vision come to life. When you arrive at the island, the guest services will be there to greet you. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure to ask the staff. They're always standing by to help out and make your stay more enjoyable. And if you've been before, then feel free to make your way to the resort centre. There are 7 styles of accommodation, so if you wish to upgrade, be sure to see the team at reception and they will help you out where possible. To make your check-in as smooth as possible, please take the time to fill in your registration card while on the boat. If you've opted for the Dolphin Feeding package, make sure to register at the Tangalooma Marine Education and Conservation Centre. There's a good chance you might get wet, so be sure to change into suitable clothing before heading down to the beach. Don't forget to jump on the Tangalooma Facebook page and give Tangalooma the thumbs up, where you can stay in touch with our news, great special offers and competitions. Well, that's just a sneak peek of what you're in for. There are still so many other things you can see and do. Just talk to one of the friendly staff. So from everyone at Tangalooma Island Resort, enjoy, you're in for an amazing time.